Good afternoon, everyone, and apologies for the long the delay. We just had a bit of a technical issue on this end, but hope you can all hear me, see us here. Um, Welcome to the FCCJ Swadesh DeRoy Scholarship Ceremony today. My name is Kazunori Takada. I'm the managing editor for Japan and Korea at Bloomberg News, and I'm also the co-chair for the FCCJ Scholarship Committee. Ideally, we would have wanted to have this ceremony in person so we can meet and greet face to face. But unfortunately, the COVID situation has kept us online. Nonetheless, I'm confident the ceremony will be enjoyable for everyone. Just a request: if you're not speaking, please keep yourself unmuted. And without further ado, I would like to pass the mic over to FCCJ President Isabel Reynolds.
Thank you very much. My name is Isabel Reynolds, and I'm the president of the FCCJ, as well as a politics reporter with Bloomberg News. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this meeting today to celebrate the winners of our annual scholarship. Even a year ago, I don't think most of us realized how our lives would be turned upside down by the pandemic. It's been an extraordinary and disorientating time for everyone. For journalists, it's been harder than ever to do our jobs of getting close to the people and places in the news. But I think for young people in particular, the pandemic has been devastating. It has robbed many of them of the formative experiences that lay the groundwork for their lives and careers. That's why I'm so encouraged to see we had more than 30 entries to the competition this year. It's a sign that even in these difficult times, young people are not losing heart and they're able to create something positive out of the turmoil they see around them. As you know, the theme was isolation and engagement, Japan at a turbulent time. We received submissions on a range of topics: COVID-19, the environment, foreigners in Japan, changing gender roles and identity. And the entries were from a diverse range of universities all across the country, from Kyushu to Tohoku, and the participants hail from all over the world, including Angola, Finland, India, Vietnam, Indonesia, South Africa, China, the US, and the UK. I'd very much like to thank our dedicated committee chairs, Abby Leonard, who's a freelance journalist, and Kaz Takada, my colleague from Bloomberg, for doing such a wonderful job. The other judges included Olivier Fabre, formerly of Reuters, CNN's Emiko Jozuka, Shiho Fukada, an award-winning photojournalist, and Ilgin Yorulmaz, a freelance journalist and a member of the board here at the FCCJ. Finally, I'd just like to mention that supporting student journalists is an important part of our mission at the FCCJ. Students can join the club free of charge and take advantage of the many facilities and events we offer. So I'd very much encourage you to do that. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Isabel. Next, I'd like to ask Monzuru Huck to give a little talk about the scholarship itself, as well as a little explanation of Mr. DeRoy, who the scholarship is founded upon.
Hello, welcome to FCCJ, particularly the young people who are joining from remote areas.
I think you're muted, maybe?
No, I'm not muted.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, can you hear me now? Yeah, okay. So all of you, by now, my talk is directed to young participants, those of you who have joined this competition, and obviously you would like to know something more about FCCJ, and particularly Swadesh DeRoy, whose name the scholarship carries. So you know that our club was established in 1945, right after the end of World War II, by a group of foreign journalists who came to Japan in early post-war period to report about the country where everything turned upside down with the defeat in battlefields. Not everything was in order in those chaotic days. And newly established club helped reporters in various ways and contributed significantly in letting the world know about the situation in Japan. Japan since then has gone through the process of colossal changes and had emerged eventually as an economic powerhouse, drawing the attention of the media all over the world. As a result, Japan also saw a surge of foreign reporters coming to the country to look for stories behind the miraculous recovery. The club felt an urge to help and nurture young professionals who would eventually join the fleet of reporters specializing on Japan. This was the motive behind creating a scholarship fund. The annual scholarship was launched in 1970 in connection with the 25th anniversary celebration of the founding of the club. In those early days, among club members who played crucial role in giving shape to the long-held idea of encouraging students, who was also an Indian journalist who was stationed in Tokyo and was reporting for Indian news agency Press Trust of India, which is in short, which was known as PTI. India at that time, more than one correspondent in FCC in Tokyo, and they are part of FCCJ. Right now, unfortunately, we don't have any Indian members among us, but in those days, some of them played very important role in matters of club and others. And if you visit the club, and if you go to the 6th floor where our library and workroom is there, you'll find a plaque carrying the name of K.V. Narayan, who was also a leading Indian correspondent at that time, and who contributed significantly in setting up of workroom for journalists. And that's why club remembers him, naming the workroom under his name. Swadesh DeRoy, on the other hand, devoted himself to nurturing young Japanese. At that time, Japanese were focus of our scholarship, who had shown interest in journalism. He was chair of scholarship committee for a number of years during the early days, and later made significant financial contribution to the scholarship fund. It's not only physical, other contribution, financially also he made some contribution. And when he was elected president of the club in 1979, he made sure that scholarship program of the club gets wider publicity. And during the time when Swadesh came to Japan, Press Trust of India was a state-owned news agency that was implying virtual monopoly in the country. However, when in later years, India gradually moved away from state control of the media, PTI activities were shrunk drastically. And Swadesh was given the option of moving over to New Delhi, head office. But he rather had, he had chosen to stay in Japan and become a freelance journalist, writing for various English language newspapers in those days in Japan and also in overseas. And he originally comes from Bengal. Bengal is eastern part of India, and also Bangladesh is also Bengal. And Greater Bengal includes West Bengal of India and Bangladesh. So Swadesh originally hails from that part. And it's often said that people of Bengal not only possesses the wonderful quality of poetic sentimentality, like poet Rabindranath Tagore and famous film director Satyajit Ray, but they are also stubborn, very strong-minded, like me maybe, and like Subhash Chandra Bose, who was the charismatic leader who organized Indian National Army to fight against British Raj with the help of Japanese. And so this definitely was a combination of both this poetic sentimentality and this stubbornness. He often became sentimental while talking about scholarship fund and turned stubborn while defending the rationality of continuing this particular side of club activities. The partition of India in 1947 on the basis of this religion forced his family to migrate to Calcutta. And apart from, he never could set foot on the original place of his family, but he nurtured that desire throughout his life. In his almost full-time involvement with the scholarship committee, Swadesh was actively supported by another person whose name I should mention here. It's Atsuko DeRoy, his wife. Atsuko all along worked with Swadesh for the scholarship committee and funding to be meaningful. And when Swadesh passed away in the year 2002, it was Atsuko who single-handedly was continuing these activities of scholarship funds, sometimes insisting on people why there is delay, why you're not so active. When I was president, Atsuko came a number of times to me. What happened to the scholarship committee? It's the Swadesh name, that's your distant cousin maybe. So every time Atsuko was very active, and she was very active in club others activities, in different programs. She came in, she joined, and she was drawing sketches on those. And also she, at one time, she desired to visit Swadesh's place after he died, but it also didn't materialize because she also passed away in 2012, around that, and 2012. I feel honored to be able to speak in front of you about a club member who I consider my mentor and also a true friend. I congratulate the winners and all participants. Participants are also winners, are just few representatives, but all participants definitely. They have shown keen interest to be journalists, and some of you will definitely become journalists in the future. So I congratulate the winners and thank all participants, and sincerely hope this experience of joining the competition will encourage you to think seriously about joining our noble profession. Thank you for listening. Thank you again.
Thank you, Manzoor. We would like to now move on to the presentation of the awards. Abby Leonard, co-chair of the scholarship committee. If you would like to take the stage from here.
Great, yes, thank you, Kaz, and thank you, Manzoor. That was really nice to hear about Swadesh DeRoy himself, so thank you. And it sounds like, led a really interesting life, and it was really wonderful to hear how it tied into the history of the FCCJ, as today we're celebrating the club's future and the future of journalism. And so that brings us to this year's incredible applicants. As Isabel mentioned, we had a record number of entrants this year. So I just want to start by thanking everyone who participated. It was really a joy to sort of read through all of your applications. There's so much talent out there. And I am going to present the video award today. And I have to say, the judges said they were very impressed by the professionalism and quality of these entries overall. So congratulations, first off, to everyone who entered. You are well on your way to a profession in journalism. And in this category, we actually had a winner and a runner-up. So I'm going to start by announcing the runner-up. Okay, so drum roll. Our runner-up today is Himari Siemens. Congratulations. I don't know if she's on the call, but she had a really wonderful piece about bonsai and a bonsai school that has been impacted by the COVID crisis. And the judges thought that focusing on bonsai to look at how businesses were affected by COVID was a really unique approach to the subject. It was really beautiful and sort of brought in a lot of Japanese culture and, you know, a very local approach to this broad subject. So congratulations, well done. You'll be receiving a lovely frame certificate from the club. Very good job, and congratulations again to you, Himari. And then our first place winner, who's going to receive the scholarship funds, the Swadesh DeRoy scholarship funds this year, is Momoko Hatekiyama. Her piece was about students who were impacted by COVID. And so we would like to play that piece now. It was so well done, and we just sort of want to show everyone what it was. And then afterwards, I'm going to share some of the judges' comments about it.
この映像は2019年春、入学式当日の映像。式典会場へ向かう新入生と父母たちで大学のキャンパスはにぎわっていた。そして今年2020年春、新型コロナウイルスの感染拡大で大学は完全に封鎖された。キャンパスは閑散とし、そこに大学生たちの姿はなかった。2020年春、新型コロナウイルスが世界で猛威を振るい、人々の日常は一変した。大学の授業はすべてオンラインとなり、私たちは不思議な空間の中に閉じ込められた。初めて体験する真空のような世界で、私たちはもがきながら何を思い、何を考え、そして何を感じているのか。待ちわびていた期待の春。しかし、卒業式と送別会、そして入学式と歓迎会、そのすべてが中止となった。別れの言葉も歓迎の言葉も十分に交わせないまま、満開の桜の花はいつの間にか散っていた。気がつけば樹木には緑が生い茂り、夏が近づいていた。オンライン空間に閉じ込められた私たちは、その季節の移ろいを実感することはできなかった。
家族と電話したり、友達とたまに電話するくらい。私、実家に帰ってたんですけど、ずっと家にいて喧嘩が増えましたね。それでもう全然一切口聞かないで帰ってきました。友達とも過ごす時間も大事だなと思った。直接会うのと違うっていうのは感じる。
やっぱそのオンラインでなんか喋ったりすることもあるけど、会って話した方がもっと楽しいだろうし。
まだやっぱり会えるとしても怖い。
遅れながら毎日を過ごしてるなっていうのはあるかな。大学から5万円もらえるじゃないですか。なんか5万円もらえるけど、やっぱ授業料半額ぐらいにはしてほしかったなとは思いますね。やっぱり仕送りも今ないので、どうしてもバイトしなきゃいけなくて、正直怖いですけど、バイトを始めましたね。掃除をしないとやっぱ生活できないんで。
一人暮らしの子は大変そうだなと思うけど、正直実家暮らしだからお金使う場面もなくなってきたから、そんなに金銭面において困ったことはない。
スーパーとか薬局とか行ってもトイレットペーパーが全然売ってなくて、そういうデマに惑わされるのがすごい困ったなって思いました。生理用品もさ、結構買いだめされてて、足りなかったらどうしようと思って、緊急事態宣言になって、ずっと家にほとんどいて、私は人とコミュニケーション取ったり、動いたりすることでストレス発散してたんだけど、それがちょっとほとんどできなくなっちゃって、しかも先も見えなくて毎日、なんかストレスが溜まってたかな。
大学の授業は全部オンラインになった。これは大学の授業なのか。みんなが戸惑った。
がめちゃくちゃ増えたんだよね。
さ、画面共有とかで動画をみんなで見るのとかってちゃんと見れる。カクカクってできないし、音とかもすごい途切れる授業とかもあって、そのスライドは見れるのに、音声だけその許可が下げてなくて、音声聞けなくて、
逆にいっぱい配信系じゃなくて、いつまでにいいよみたいなのがあると、ためすぎちゃって。
学校がいいかな。
やっぱ学校行けないって友達会えないし、これはちょっとなんか嫌だし、孤独に感じるなって。
小学校とか高校とか再開し始めたところも出てきて、なんか大学生ってすごい置いてきぼりな感じが、授業自体はオンラインでできてるけど、なんか他のもう社会とか動き出してるけど、大学生だけこのなんていうの、家に閉じ込められてるじゃないけど、取り残されてるって感は確かにあるかも。2020年5月25日、緊急事態宣言が解除され、世の中はウイルスと共存しながら徐々に経済活動を再開した。小学校、中学校、高校も始まり、飲食店や夜の街もにぎわいを取り戻しつつある。しかし、大学だけは未だに封鎖されたままだ。私たちはオンライン空間を今もさまよっている。小学校、中学校の妹、弟に勉強を教えたりだとか、一緒に遊んだりとかして、趣味の時間が増えたかな。
家の周り散歩するようになった。
SNS の怖さっていうのを感じて、自分で情報を見極める力っていうのは、これから来ていく上でどんどん大事になっていく感じました。
学校があることによって生活習慣が成り立っていたので、やっぱり改めて学校という大切さを感じました。
たった1個のウイルスなのに、ここまで影響力があるっていうのを分かったら、今ある生活ってかなりギリギリな感じで成り立ってて、すごい脆いのかなって。
一人暮らしでも結構家族との時間増えたなって思うところがあって、今まで以上にすごい電話とかするようになったりとか、お母さんが手作りの布マスクを送ってくれたんだけど、お母さんに手作りで何かもらうのって多分小学生以来だなと思って、距離が近くなったかなと。
友達と遊びたいな。今まで全然会えてなかったから、ちょっと会いたいのが一番かな。旅行に行きたい。何も家ずっと家にいるし、できてないから、フェスとかライブとか行くはずだったものに行きたいです。
コロナで実家に帰れてないので、家族に会いたいと思います。
推しで会いたいですね。未知のウイルスを恐れて、大学生たちはオンライン空間の中に逃げ込まなければならなかった。私たちは今もまだそこでもがき続けている。いつこの空間から出られるのか。出ることができたとしても、再びこの空間に戻ってくることになるのか。それはまだ誰にもわからない。
So can you come back to me now with the video? Can I?
We can hear you.
Me? Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna keep going. So okay, great. So you can see that was a really beautifully done video. And the judges said it was truly impressive work. And they give, it gives intimate insight into what students have been through during the pandemic. And they said the use of the Zoom meeting format is very effective. It was a creative use of an uncreative medium. And technically it was well structured and edited and overall quite professionally done. So congratulations again to Hatakeyama-san. She is unfortunately not able to make it today, but Mr. An, who's also from Chuo University, is here to speak on her behalf, I believe.
Yes, I'm here now.
Great.
Yes. So unfortunately, Hatakeyama Momoko cannot attend this ceremony today because of her job hunting. So but I got comments from her, so I will speak instead of her. So she started to create this documentary after end of emergency state, and she felt like even after end of emergency states, university students are isolated from society. So and university students still couldn't adapt new lifestyle. So she wanted to express by documentary. She wanted to express of how university students are suffering in this society. Through documentary and also one moment. I'm a bit nervous now. And so she's very happy now because so all of you guys said it's very good documentary, and also she wanted to everyone but university students, that's university students in Japan are still suffering from COVID-19. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for speaking for her. That was very generous of you, and it's great to hear. And it's a really important topic, obviously. And I think the judges felt that as well. So well done. And yeah, congratulations again. Congratulations to everyone who entered. They really were it was a lot of talent there. So we applaud you all for entering, and good luck in the future. And I'm going to hand it over now to Ilgin, who's going to do the presentation of the photo award.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to FCCJ. My name is Ilgin Yorulmaz. I am a freelance journalist from Turkey, and I work mainly for BBC World Turkish. I also serve as the secretary for this year's board at FCCJ, and also co-chair the diversity committee. But I'm most proud of being part of this scholarship committee, honestly, because of you, the students, and my colleagues, and whom we consider, obviously, you, the students, as tomorrow's journalists. I didn't have the chance to meet Swadesh, unfortunately, so Monzero, thank you so much for telling us about his life and his contributions. Again, I'm very happy to have been part of this noble initiative, and we want to continue this in the future, as we have done so in the past few years. So please keep entering into the competition. We were very proud of all these entries. Now, I would like to announce the award for the 2021 Swadesh DeRoy Scholarship in Photography. And the award and the scholarship goes to Maria Elizabeth Thomas. I do hope she's here. Congratulations, Maria. If it's possible, if we perhaps, hi, hello there, how are you? Good to see you, yes. Now, Maria, the main judge, basically, I'm a print journalist mainly, but the main judge for this category was Shiho Fukuda, who is a brilliant freelance photographer. And she is unfortunately on shooting all day today. So I, on her behalf, am going to convey her remarks, which is also our collective remarks, basically, as the selection committee. If I may ask Ivomura-san perhaps to show images, is that possible, Abby, photographs.
Have them, so that should be possible.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
we can see them, and I can maybe talk over the pictures. So Maria, I hope we can see the photos in full size. Your photos are intimate, and we could feel the subjects' personalities in your photos. You juxtaposed your subjects with the traditional onsen town of Beppu, I think, and it was very effective. We liked your creativity, your directing skills. If we could perhaps, I don't know, is it possible to enlarge the pictures? We really liked your creativity, your skills, directing skills, and your relationship with the subjects. There are a few specific comments. It's best, we have the photos here, but it's best not to mix color and black and white photos, just to give consistency to your portfolio for any entry, was one specific comment. Another one was to try to avoid any photos that might come across as redundant. But those are basically just minor advice from Shiho. Definitely, my comment is it's a great idea to feature this untraditional, very avant-garde characters from a very traditional onsen town, Beppu. And if you would like to say a couple of words, please also include how you found these characters. You know, we just want to hear a little bit from you, if possible.
Yeah, so all of these people that you see are people that are my friends. So I'm just blessed to know like a really diverse group of people. Beppu is a small town, but we have a very thriving LGBT community. And I really wanted to highlight the things that they're doing in spite of the pandemic happening and, you know, people not being able to express themselves as freely as they could. So a lot of this was just me asking my friends to let me into their lives. And so I'm really grateful that, you know, they open themselves up enough to me to let me come and document them. So a lot of this was just them in action. So they're quirky and they're so different in the best possible ways. So yeah, that was kind of how I found the people. And I just want to keep uplifting this community. I think there's a lot more to be shown of the LGBT space and people within who occupy those spaces. So Beppu is a small town, so I can only imagine how much more there is to be explored within Japan. Yeah.
Thank you. Is it possible to see the other three pictures, please? Yes, and so this is also another striking image. And one more or two more, yes. Well, these are all great photos, and we all look forward to seeing more of your work in the future, Maria. And we obviously thank all the other participants in this and other categories for their quality work. Please keep writing, shooting, and reporting. Congratulations again. And now I will pass the microphone to Olivier Favre. Is he here? Please, for the presentation of the text, the print award.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you, Evin, for this. And thank you, everyone, for all the entries, the wonderful entries. My name is Olivier Favre. I used to work for Reuters news agency, actually, for about 25 years. I'm now a freelance journalist and also an LGBTQ activist at Pride House. So actually the picture entry also was one of those that I was extremely interested in and proud to see, actually. But today it's actually my honor to announce the winners of the text award of the Swadesh DeRoy Scholarship. This year, as we mentioned earlier, there are a lot of entries. We had 22 entries in the text category. It was a really wide variety, some very personal, some very technical. It was a very difficult choice to make this year with the quality of the applicants, but you know, it was a choice we had to make. So without further ado, and also, sorry, this year we also have a runner-up and a winner. So I'm going to start with a runner-up, who is, drumroll, Shoko Naito. Shoko Naito, her article was titled "Corda Forces Students Band Together to Fight for More." So it was a bit much like the video award, but a text version, and it's about the students' struggles during the COVID-19 pandemic to job hunt, especially those who couldn't travel to Tokyo, and as well as those who lost their job. It had a very strong lead. It had a student, I think it started with a student from Okinawa. It was very personal. A little constructive feedback on that from the judges as well was that it turned a bit editorial and probably could have used more voices from different students and experts. But all in all, it is very good. And congratulations to Shoko Naito. I believe there's going to be a framed award, and that will go to her. Sorry, are you seeing my video here? I see Iljin still on mine, but I suppose it's fine.
You see you all.
Yeah, you see me, good. And then the final entry. The final award, finalist award for the text goes to Kaori Koyama. Congratulations, Kaori. This was an excellent article. I don't know if we want to put up a screenshot of the article. Is that going to be available?
It should be, yes.
Should be, okay. As I talk about this, right. So Kaori wrote about, or Miss Koyama, sorry, actually a little disclaimer here. I actually know her father, so even though I never talked to her about it once I found out that she was an applicant. But anyway, she wrote about the Kenshokai. It was about a cult that was recruiting students during the COVID-19 pandemic. None of the judges knew about this Kenshokai, so it was very newsy. It had some very good interviews with outside experts, and as well as a student who experienced very forceful in-person recruitment. And I think we all thought it was very, very telling. And in fact, it was so newsy that, I don't know if this is it's probably just coincidence, but the Nikkei Asia, online at least, has this article this week on Japanese cults targeting lonely college students isolated by the pandemic. So it was a very, very timely article. If we had put it out or published it earlier, she would have definitely scooped everyone. So this was really, really good. The judges also thought that there was great data gathering about recruitment. Not only the number of tweets, but also cited the number of from the cult's publications. So this was great. And if Kaori Koyama is online, I think I saw her earlier when I joined. Can she say a few words about how she came about this and actually started writing about it?
Oh, wow. Yes. Thank you so much for this award. And well, I didn't expect a bit about this coming out, so I'm kind of unprepared to say anything. But so first of all, I came up with this idea as I written in the article. I actually got recruited by one of the believers who used to be my classmate back in elementary school days. So I didn't keep in touch with her for almost 10 years, but then she asked me to hang out, and I was like, why not? And it turned out to be 4 hours of recruitment that I couldn't escape. And it was a very, very shocking experience. And as I reached out people and asked about how they're doing and if they had any of similar experiences, it turned out that so many of my friends were experiencing the same, especially during the COVID. And then I started gathering tweets, numbers, and all the data online. The result was striking, and I thought this could be a really interesting topic to write about. So yeah, that was the background. Yeah, and
Well, I think that's incredible. I mean, I think most people would have been recruited and then forgotten about it. Well, you had this journalistic mentality to go on to research what was happening and to go beyond just that daily experience. So I think that's what made you shine, and that's what made this article actually very impressive, I think.
Thank you so much.
And if I may add, because I'm a print journalist, really congratulations. I must say, Kari, that this is one of the things that all journalists should first look at, the story idea. It's not about a topic. We gave you all a topic, isolation, but you came up with a story idea, a specific story idea, which was, again, newsworthy and well documented and well reported. So congratulations also on that side.
Thank you very much. That means a lot.
And I believe your story, they'll be working with you to basically edit some bits, but will be published in the #1 Shimbun as well.
Oh my gosh, can't believe.
So that's it for the pen winner. Sorry, I mentioned text. I'm actually originally a video journalist, so I call people text, but this is a pen winner award. So that congratulations again to Kari Koyama. And I hand it over back to Abby, I believe.
Yes, thank you, Olivier. Thank you to all the winners and all the entrants and all the judges. It's really just been a pleasure this year to work with everyone and read all the entries, as I mentioned. And obviously, sort of beyond that, it's just been a really difficult year for everyone. And the entries really did reflect that. I've helped run this contest for the last 4 years, and it's been said time and time again, we got the most entries this year, but I think really some of them were the most sort of intimate and resonant and heartfelt that we've gotten. So it was, you know, it just feels like a very important time in journalism. So it was good. And, you know, it's a time of loss, but also a time of change and upheaval. And so in this moment, it's especially important that we have good, committed journalists to document how the pandemic and other big social and environmental changes are impacting communities all over the world. And we talked about some of those communities today. I think our winners sort of reflected that. And of course, you guys out there, you students or journalists who are going to document what comes next. You know, things are really moving and changing, and it's, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And this is really a time of opportunity, I think, in the field of journalism. So to all of you, I just want to speak on behalf of the judges and the FCCJ. We wish you the best of luck. And we really have high hopes that you'll all have long, interesting, and impactful careers, which is just as Mr. Swadesh DeRoy would have wanted for you when he endowed this scholarship. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for entering. Thank you for judging, and best wishes to everyone. Thanks again.
Thank you, everyone. And congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, and the FCCJ will follow up with all the winners just about, you know, receiving the money and the certificates and everything. So thank you.